Hello, peace and blessings. Good morning to you. I hope that you are having an amazing day. I wanted to talk about self-care for single moms, especially with everything that's happening in the world right now. Um, Feelings of anxiousness, of overwhelm, of being alone, of, feeling that you're not stable, that you don't have enough may be some things that you are dealing with. I know for me personally, and I didn't realize this until I stopped, but my anxiety has been extremely high lately. And so sometimes it's hard for me to notice it because I busy myself with things. So with work, with just I throw myself into my work and I keep myself busy with reading, and I have all these different things going on. And then I start to notice my energy is scattered. I'm not really focusing on things because I'm just doing stuff to stay busy. And sometimes that can be good. I also have been spending a lot more time outside, and now that my foot is starting to feel a lot better, Savvy and I can get back to going for walks and things like that. But I think it's really worth talking about taking care of yourself. And today I'm literally laying on the couch. I've got my journal, a book, and then I've been doing some work on my laptop. But I'm just in rest mode all day because I need to stop and just rest and allow myself not to do anything, and really tune into what am I feeling. And so that's what I'm doing today, and just been journaling. So I'll just kind of sit and something might come up and I'll kind of explore that and start writing, and that has been very therapeutic for me. And I think it's important too that we allow ourselves the space and opportunity not to do anything, to allow ourselves to take some weight off of our plate, so that we can get connected and really figure out how do I feel and am I okay? Being a Black woman, a Black mother, a single Black mom, you know, a lot of things have come up for me that I've experienced in my life. Even thinking back to elementary school and the first time I realized, a teacher was being racist towards me, and, different experiences that I've had with law enforcement, both good and bad, and just reflecting on what it's been like to live in this brown skin. And it can be very overwhelming and it's not easy. And then, when get on social media and I see all of these posts and videos, and I don't watch videos of violence, whether it's a fist fight, a street, I just don't, I cannot take that energy on. And I don't watch the news because, one, that's for me an act of self-care. News, I feel just makes things worse. It can, spread fear, anxiety, and I don't need any more of that in my life. And so, self-care for you might mean that you start to mute some of these social media feeds or people who continue to share non-helpful things. And just being mindful, for the most part, my social media feeds are very pleasant. I don't see a lot of violent things or a lot of news for the most part, so I'm very grateful for that. But self-care is protecting your spirit, it's protecting your energy, your heart, your mind, and doing so that allows you to mother, because trying to navigate the world filled with fear and anxiety and raise a family is stressful and can cause even more anxiety. And so I'm realizing the importance of that, the importance of me processing this energy. And I'm super grateful that my parents picked Savvy up this weekend, so I have had some time where I can just like truly decompress and just release whatever I'm feeling, so that when she comes home, mommy is in a happy, peaceful place, and and I'm able to shield her from some of the things that I've experienced. And I know that children also feel their own anxiety, and they feel what happens in the world, I think, on an intenser level, because they're still very much connected into their intuitive gifts, into the connectedness of one. They haven't had all of the life experiences that we have had as adults that may have dampened our spirits in some way. And so I noticed with Savvy especially, like children's anxiety, or their emotions, I'll just say, show up differently. But I know she's been more frustrated. She's been more eager to see her dad, really like wanting his presence and time with him. And like the smallest things will like kind of trigger a tantrum. And so one of the ways that I'm helping her with that is just allowing her to, do art projects, whether it's just cutting up paper, coloring, spending a lot more time outside, riding her bike, and just going for walks and things like that. And just kind of giving her space to do what she feels she needs to do. Her room needs to be cleaned. I've decided, like, I'm no longer going to do that. That's going to be her responsibility. And so instead of me like fussing at her about it all the time, like, she knows her room needs to be clean. She's well aware. She also knows like she can't have her tablet or start her YouTube channel until she gets her room in order. But I'm also allowing her to do it at her own pace. So whether she goes in and just picks up one thing, like, as long as she's making movements and actions towards its completion, I'm just giving her space, because children feel things, even if we don't. They're very well aware. Like, she knows more about the coronavirus than I was even aware, because I don't bring that news or anything like that in the house. All she knew for me was that, a lot of people are sick, so we're not able to go out to certain places like Chuck E. Cheese and to the park until these places open back up, and we make sure that everyone is well. But she's very like, and of course she goes around my family and stuff like that. So, but that's what I'm saying, is children pick up on stuff whether or not we are informing them. Like, they are so wise. And it's helpful too, as part of the whole family care process, to talk about what's going on in the world, to ask them, how do they feel? Like, what do you think about this? And what are you looking forward to? And how can I support you? How do you feel? And what do you need? And sometimes I'll just ask Savvy, like, how do you feel? Are you feeling okay? Are you happy? What would make you happy? And we'll just have those conversations. Because if you are feeling anxious and fearful and unsettled and whatever else, imagine what children are feeling. And I think a lot of times as adults, we don't really consider what are they dealing with and how are they experiencing life. And that's one of the things that we are going to be talking about more in the Empowered Single Mothers community. There's a section that'll be geared towards parenting, and that'll be having tough discussions with your children, teaching them things, and just how to parent differently. So I'll have a lot of resources in there that I've found and things that I've been using, and also have, how do you talk to your kids about why their parent is not there, and supporting them in that process, because they hurt from that too. And so with everything that is happening in the world, I just wanted to share this message just to remind you to really take time out for yourself. Connect with your children, find out what they need, if they're happy, if they need support, and allow yourself to be loved, and to give love. So I am signing off. I will see you next time. And Visit me over at healingsinglemothers.com. You can check out the free resource library and so much more. I've been adding new blog posts or journal entries to the site, so I'm very excited about everything that I've been working on. But I'm going to continue taking my moment for self-care, and I hope that you do the same. Peace.